central Indiana. So we'll walk you through that here. We'll start with radar, though. Ground clutter, that's the green that you see, kind of that donut around the metro area. So it's not actually raining within central Indiana. Where we're dealing with some of these showers is down in southwestern portions of our state. Get down to like Sullivan County, parts of Greene County, Linton, you're dealing with some very, very light showers. Nothing too significant. Vincennes down to Washington, all dealing with some rain. You do see some flood warnings right now flashing over into Illinois, where they've dealt with a lot of heavy rain. Obviously, we had some concern with that. We had a flood watch in place. That has been canceled early. It was canceled during the late night hours last night just because of the track of some of these storms stayed well south of our state. So that, hey, we'll take that. That's good because we are saturated in a lot of spots. Cluster of storms in central and southern Illinois, St. Louis dealing with it right now, kind of stretches back into northern Missouri. All this sliding away from us eventually. So, yeah, we'll deal with a little bit of rain from time to time here over the next couple of hours, especially if you're watching us down southwest of Indianapolis. But this boundary is going to continue to kind of slowly drift down to the south. As it does so, we'll start tapping in to this drier, more settled area of high pressure, and that should keep our forecast quiet here, at least for a couple of days. I think it's also important to note, and we'll spend some time on this, you can see this strong draw of moisture, humid air coming in from the Gulf on the bottom end of that boundary. We're going to be on the top end. It's not going to be, super dry, but we do get some relief from the humidity. So I think the next couple of days, while it will be seasonable, standard late July temperatures, it'll be a little more bearable to be outside for the afternoon hours. 75 right now. The air is very still. It's calm breeze. Dew point is elevated. We're near 70 degrees. So you feel that here. Storm Track 8 Futurecast. Again, kind of advertising that rain moving down to the south and west. Now, I don't want to rule out, because we're still close enough to that boundary that can agitate the atmosphere, that we could have a pop-up here or there through the late morning hours. And I wouldn't even rule it out for the afternoon hours, to be honest with you. But they'll be few and far between. Best chances for rain are going to be along and south of I-70, maybe I-74, so south and west of Indy here for the day today. Near normal temperatures. Average high for today is 85. I'm going to go 84 this afternoon. And again, dew points will be in the upper 60s. That's still pretty high, but it is a kind of a scale back from where we've been over the last couple of days. Don't get used to that. Tomorrow, we'll slip into the mid-60s in terms of the humidity, but look at Wednesday and beyond. I mean, we are not just barely in the miserable category. We are way above, all right? So that puts us right here for much of the week here. So what does that mean? Not only humid, but we've got this big dome of hot air that's going to settle in over the eastern half of the country. 90s return for high temperatures. And so by Wednesday and beyond, because of that high humidity, you're talking near 100-degree heat indices on Wednesday. Could be 105 to 110 on Thursday, over 100 degrees Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're going to have several days here that we're going to have to deal with some pretty intense heat. Please be aware of that. Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. Rain chances should hold off until at least Thursday, and even then, it's very, very spotty in the afternoon. Slightly better chance for scattered storms on Friday with a high of 90. Our best chance of rain coming Saturday, a high of 88, and still a chance of storms to close out the weekend Sunday with highs near